number one storyline. Oilers already down. The league's MVP in Leon Draisaitl heading into this game. He missed his first that he has all season. Superstar Connor McDavid at the end of the second period. We got it here on the screen for you. He tweets something on his last shift of the second period. He skates over to the bench immediately. He was talking to the head athletic therapist there, and you see the play. Doesn't look like a whole heck of a lot. Gets tangled up with Josh Morrissey, trying to make a rush to the net, behind the net, make a play on a puck there, and you just see it. Brett, you did a great job of slowing it down earlier. I don't know if you'll be able to do it here again. At initial glimpse, we're all looking at it. Brett and I are arguing, both trying to play doctor. It's fantastic because you're panicking and you don't know what it is. We're watching this and we initially think, okay, that's got to be an upper body. Morrissey pins his shoulder back in some way, shape, or form. Something here looks awkward with Connor McDavid's shoulder. Then on the bench, I don't know, he just looked uncomfortable, but not doing a whole heck of a lot. Then the Edmonton Oilers announce he's not coming back to the game and say that it is a lower body injury. Two things came to our minds immediately. One, they're lying, because to me that looked like a shoulder injury. But then the more that we started to dissect this, and Brett does a great job here, slow motion, look at Connor McDavid's left ankle is the one you got to keep your eye on, because he's doing his crossovers, makes the move back over, and I think he steps on Josh Morrissey's right skate in some way, shape, or form. He then kind of leans over a little bit to the left. Once again, we are not doctors. We are not anything here. I thought it was an upper body injury to start, but something to me tells me there's something with his ankle. We know Connor McDavid has had a history of ankle issues. I believe that was the issue earlier this season as well. Can only play doctor for so long. All I can tell you, the moment that happened, so into this hockey game, wanted the 2 points, wanted everything. Everything's out the window immediately. All I can think about is the health and the concern of number 97, Connor McDavid. Was. You can play doctor here as well. What'd you think? What'd you see? And are you as scared as I am?
I'm not that scared. It just looks like he may have I don't want to say tore a muscle, but just pulled something really. That's really what it could be. It's hard to say. There's not much for us to kind of examine there. It's just it looks like that could have happened to any player. That looks like just a routine play, just a routine skate around.
Once again, full speculation. Yeah. They just said lower body injuries, so this is what we're going to go off. Once again, keep it locked on socials. Keep it locked on this show, and we will try and let you know as it goes along. But, Brett, what'd you say here? Because you thought it was an upper body injury as well.
Yeah, we had a pretty big debate on this. And so the first thing that I'm just going to pause it here before we get going here. As somebody who has suffered a really bad shoulder injury,
I was there
watching it. Yeah, he was there. There's video of it. As somebody who has suffered a really bad shoulder injury, this looked almost exactly like what I did to my shoulder and the reaction that I had as well. So if you watch, obviously, his left shoulder here that's going to engage with Morrissey, he sits here and it's hammered back. Woz, as you may remember, that was kind of similar to what I did as well, where I put my hand out and my elbow touched my back and went, oh, something's wrong, which paired with the fact that when Connor went around the net, he immediately went back to the hip. Yes, I see people talking about how that, like, going to the groin and everything like that. Yes, that's the area, but also when your shoulder needs support, like Matthew, again, you remember I had to find that right spot where you didn't move it, right? So with all that in mind, all of us saying, or no, now finding out that it is a lower body according to the team, afterwards, Aaron, you and I were talking about this and talking about his feet when he's coming around the net here. If you watch his right foot when he comes around the net, most of his pressure is going on that foot. And yes, that's your turning foot, your pivot foot, your anchor foot. That's how you turn. But it's the immobilization of his left foot here that really bugs me. I'm just going to put this full screen for everybody as well, just so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. But watch how little that his left ankle moves as it's turning here. He comes around and it doesn't really move at all. All of that weight and all of the movement, look at where his back foot, obviously that's how you're going to stop mostly, but that left ankle isn't doing anything to help you move at all. Again, this is speculatory and everything like that, whatever it may be. Again, we're not doctors, but if we're saying anything or trying to see a lower body injury, I guess that was it. And again, my guess to it at the start was that was a shoulder injury.
Shocker in this hockey game is the Connor McDavid injury. He was in discomfort at the end of the second period. We already watched it. We can do it again if we want to. I'm going to watch it 1,000 times before I fall asleep tonight. Putting my doctor thing on. Woz is already looking up Twitter doctors online. It's dire straits over here for us at Oilers Nation and everybody in the chat. Once again, throw down your courtesy because the boys are going through it right now. We thought it was an upper body. I thought it was the ribs. I thought it was his shoulder. Turns out to be a lower body. Now I think it's his left ankle, possibly stepping. Brett, great pause. Shout out you right there. That's fantastic. I think he's stepping onto Josh Morrissey's skate here as well. Once again, speculation. I'm sick to my stomach about it. The fact the Oilers are already without Leon Draisaitl for one game. Now, Nobby did mention that if this was a playoff game, Leon Draisaitl would have been playing tonight. Who knows if this is a multiple game absence for Connor McDavid. Something tells me in my cubes, Brett, that Leon Draisaitl will be back on Saturday, having the shoulder load for this team. We saw it in the third period. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins is going to be asked to do a whole heck of a lot more. Good thing we shifted him to center a couple games ago because he might be playing first-line minutes all of a sudden here. Also, Pods, Arvidsson, Nuge tonight. Fantastic Pods. You were unbelievable. But was bad through and through. We could have put McDavid and Stuart Skinner injury. Could be a concussion, as you mentioned, would be mandatory, sitting out for 5 days. Bad is just 2 injuries.
Yeah, so just to add on to that, some good news, I guess. Caleb Kearney posted on X, who's a writer, and he's media credentialed, whatever. He didn't have a sling or boot on, so good sign. Ryan Rishaug said McDavid was standing around the locker room after the game in a suit, conversing with a teammate, so no sign of anything unusual. So good signs regarding Connor McDavid. So hopefully it's nothing too big. Maybe he just tweaked something and he needed to kind of get off the ice. It's one of those situations where if you kept playing it, it might have gone worse.
Once again, and the Oilers still able to battle back and get a point.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.